Now back to the HaneyBiz Project with investorpreneur Mark Haney.
Welcome back to the HaneyBiz Project, brought to you courtesy of accounting firm Clifton Larson Allen. I'm Mark Haney, and I am here with the founder of South Bay Scenic, Mr. Danny Burke. How you doing, Danny?
Doing well, thank you.
Good. Now, these mics, you got to talk into a little bit close to them.
All right.
Now, you actually know a lot about sound systems. Tell us about your business.
Yeah, so South Bay Scenic, which is the name is kind of silly because we're no longer in the South Bay. We started out in San Jose. We might become Sac Scenic here. We'll
great.
see.
Yeah,
we'll see. But yeah, so we do event production, so sound, lighting, staging. We kind of specialize. What I say is we specialize in customer service because in this industry, a lot of companies, they do this, but they do what they do. And what we do is what you need, you know?
Okay.
So rather than say we do lights and sound, we say whatever you need, we'll make that happen. We want your event to be the best event we want you to enjoy your event, not just the people at your event to enjoy it.
Well, last night, you've done a couple of events for us here at HaneyBiz. Last night, we did the Ethan Conrad Small Business Contest. I was the MC, and just like other events, I mean, it went off perfectly. I mean, the audio was right on. The audio visual piece for the pitch contest was right on. What goes into making something come off so I guess flawlessly?
Well, I would say basically you need a bag of tricks. So,
okay.
Because for us, we do politics. We do basically on-the-fly events. So you don't know what you're walking into. You don't know what your space has as far as power. You don't know, what kind of room. Some rooms are different for volume. You get loudness, liveness. So it's basically being prepared to handle anything. So yesterday at your event, we have a battery backup. All of our stuff is on battery backup. So if there's a power outage, audio doesn't go down. So things like that.
That's amazing.
And
yeah.
So it's really just having a bag of tricks. We have a case we call our work box that it never gets billed. You never see it on any invoices, but we always have it, and it's just full of tools and things you might need if something happens.
Well, let's talk about where you came up with the idea to start your own business, right? You've turned something into a very successful operation. You've got partners, and the thing is building. But where did this idea start?
Well, I went to college in 2008 and basically started my first semester. I was like, wow, I don't like college. I just did this in high school. I don't want to do this. So I took workout classes and theater classes because I was building sets for theater as a hobby pretty much. And I basically got a job doing that, building sets in the Bay Area. And then I got hired from a friend of mine with a company doing event production. And within 6 months, I was running a crew of 8 guys across the country.
Okay.
Doing events for Mitt Romney's campaign.
Mitt Romney.
Oh,
you were doing the big time stuff.
Yeah, we did his entire campaign. So I got courted really because I had 3 jobs working at different theater companies, and the owner of the company, it's Intuitive Visual Communications, and they're a fantastic company, still around. He said, I need you, tell me what to pay you and to get you out on the road. I want you on the road. I want you on the road.
Wow.
And so I called all my companies and said, hey guys, I'm sorry. One of them I just started working for 3 weeks, and then I said, sorry, I got to go. And they said, well, it's a great opportunity. Thanks for your time. So I jumped on the campaign and started doing events, and it's exhausting work. It's, saying he works 20 hours a day, that's what it is for us too.
Wow.
When you're on the road, you do an event, you drive, you take the event down, you pack it up, you drive to the next one, you set it up. It's right. constant work.
Now, was this your own business at the time, or were you an employee?
No, I was an employee.
So you were an employee working 20
for
hours a day plus on a campaign that Mitt Romney didn't work out so well. But you did other stuff beyond that, right? I mean, you started doing other campaigns, other political campaigns.
So basically, the campaign didn't work out. Worked for them for a year. We parted ways in 2014, and I said, I'm going to try this on my own.
Okay.
And so I did that for a year. Basically, and Steven and Mark, who are my 2 business partners now, they were my number 1 and number 2 guys, helping me with everything I did.
Gotcha.
And I was just getting buried doing it by myself, trying to run the events and the company. And Mark actually finished college. He's good at that type of thing. And so he said, hey, let's not go halfway. Let's go all the way. Let's be partners, and then we can put our time in and do it right. So in the beginning of 2015, we started the official South Bay Scenic.
And how has it gone since you started? So what were the thoughts as you started? I mean, obviously it's a lot more fun to do something with your buddies for a lot of us. But have there been ups and downs with the partnership, or has it been smooth sailing?
I would say the partnership's solid. Basically, I've known these two guys for 10 years plus. You know, not only are they great business partners, but you know what we said when we were going in is more than, you know, we might not be good at business yet. We're all young, just trying to figure this out, but we trust each other. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we always know we got each other's backs. If we get backed into a corner, we're going to help each other rather than say, play the blame game or whatever that is. We're going to work together to improve the company. But there have definitely been ups, and there have definitely been downs. The first year, I think our salaries were $15,000 a piece.
A piece, 20. Was it a 20-hour a day kind of thing, and $15,000?
It really was.
So that's a little below, what you're supposed to get paid.
Our hourly rate was pretty terrible, but it really was because we were just, you know, we didn't go into this with other jobs or anything. We went all in. Wow. We said, we're going to make this happen. And so
you invested your time.
We invested our time. We had $5,000. We bought a terrible little sound system and soundboard and a couple lights. And basically, through my connections of having done this in the industry, they, like some of like Intuitive, they helped us out. They hooked us up with some clients that they basically were too small for them to handle anymore. And then we... 8 months after starting the company, we got our first lucky break of got the opportunity to do an event for John Kasich running for president.
Wow.
And it was in New Hampshire. So we took our terrible little sound system and flew it across the country. And basically,
like we should have flown out there and bought a new one, huh?
Right. And so we bought equipment in New Hampshire. We got a storage unit. We basically lived in New Hampshire for like 4 months and just built the company out there. And then...
Have you guys done campaigns for anybody who's won?
Before we formed South Bay Scenic, we did Bush. What is his name? Bruce Rauner out of Illinois. He is now the governor of Illinois.
No, seriously, I say this jokingly because you guys, you've helped me out a couple of times, obviously small time gigs here at HaneyBiz, but it has gone perfectly. And I knew that life doesn't go off perfectly. Have you ever had one of these events where there was like a catastrophe?
I don't think so. I think we've avoided catastrophes.
It's that toolkit that you rely on. It's like
we've definitely. We did the Hillary Clinton campaign, and that one, I would say that was the closest to catastrophe. The first event, I got a call on a Sunday night to do an event on a Tuesday morning. Again, I was in Sacramento, and the event was in Virginia, and so I had a day to pull an event out of my butt.
Oh wow!
But. We made it happen. Mark flew out. I flew out that night. Mark flew out the next day. We sourced gear. We made it happen, and that got us, because we made that event happen and they were scrambling and we were scrambling, that got us the contract. They said, you made that happen.
Wow.
And so that, that was...
That flexibility, that work ethic, that think on the fly, teamwork thing. What would you say... in closing out this segment, what would you say to entrepreneurs, right? You're 28 years old. What would you say to other people who are youthful and young? Maybe they're just young at heart, but they're thinking they have a good idea. They're thinking they may want to do something in the world of entrepreneurship. Any advice from you, Danny?
I would say reach out to people you know. Don't be afraid to ask for help and don't be afraid to ask for advice. Talk to people. People want to help. If you have a great idea, if you're excited about it, people are going to be excited for you, and they're going to want to come out and help you.
Don't keep it inside.
Don't keep it inside.
Start talking about it. Yeah. Love it. Well, next week, I want to thank you for coming on the show, Danny. Next week, we got Barry Broom, CEO of Greater Sacramento Economic Council, and John Allard, the founder and CEO of Molly Maids. He's also a city councilman of City of Roseville, and along with Laura Good and Jeff Bennett of Startup Sac. Going to be a great show. We're going to be talking about what we're thankful for. It's Thanksgiving weekend. Should be a ton of fun. When we return, we will share our takeaways and closing thoughts about what to do with a great idea. Join the revolution at HaneyBiz.com, courtesy of Ethan Conrad Properties and financial advisors, Stifel Financial. This is the HaneyBiz Project.